Welcome to a new Chronicles called Sex Kitten Chronicles. In this series of Chronicles, we're going to expose women in the music industry who is under monarch programming, which comes from MK Ultra, used by the CIA. Also, what springs forth from MK Ultra is beta programming, which is in return sex kidding programming. The purpose for these programmings in the entertainment industry is to degrade and snuff out the way the world see women. These women are modern day witches, and these spells are produced in their music and videos. These women are slaves to the elite, used as puppets to conquer and tear down moral standards in the world. We will touch on the most famous women of the industry who sold their soul to be slaves for wealth and prosperity and fame, and have launched an attack upon the moral standards of God, and they are here to help bridge the way for the new world order. Beta is referred to as sexual programming slaves. The programming eliminates all learned moral convictions and stimulates the primitive instincts devoid of feelings that make one self-conscious of what they're doing, known as kitten programming. It is the most visible kind of programming, as some female celebrities, models, and actresses and singers have been subject to this kind of programming. In popular culture, clothing and feline prints often denotes kitten programming. In this Chronicles, we're going to start off with Kesha, some of the videos that really influence a lot of demoralization that's happening in our world. We're going to look at her video, Dancing with the Devil, and Die Young, and other things that she put out there to degrade the young women in the world. Welcome to Kesha's Chronicles.
I keep on dancing with the devil. I keep on dancing with the devil. My soul, there ain't no turning back. I keep on dancing with the devil.
You said, I have to ask you this, you're telling me out of time that you've slept with a ghost. I have to ask you, have you slept with a ghost?
I did go to the Bone Zone with a ghost. I mean, do you want details?
Yes! Ghost of who? Was it a ghost of a famous person? Was it like...
I don't know his name, but he was in my house.
You don't know his name?
Well, he's a ghost, and so he just started, caressing me like this.
Oh. This story's getting better. And so then things proceeded from there.
Right, it was a sexy time. It wasn't like sex.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
I can't even believe I'm going to ask you this, but I have to.
What?
You had sex with a ghost?
A ghost, yeah.
Come on, man. Tell me about it.
I moved into this house. I bought this mansion in Georgia. So this was a really, really spooky place. But yes, one time I woke up and, yeah, a ghost. I was being mounted by a ghost. I wasn't high.
That was my next question.
I wasn't high.
That was my next question.
Wasn't
Were you tripping?
high at all.
Were you tripping?
No, I was not tripping.
You've had quite a life.
I've had some crazy situations.
Please take this second and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications.
When did you first encounter a spirit?
It would have been about 12 years ago now. I was living with my fiancé.
Yeah.
And he was working away a lot. We just moved into a new house in Hereford. And after a while, he was going away maybe 1 week, 2 weeks at a time. I started to feel kind of like a presence, maybe, I guess you could call it, around the house.
Yeah. Which is, some people would be a little scared of, but you weren't scared by it.
It never felt scary. It felt comforting, if anything.
And even when even when you were in, this all happened sort of in the spare bedroom. That was where it was, you know, it was at its most powerful. Even when it came up behind you and you could feel its breath on your neck, that still didn't freak you out.
Not at all, no.
So then you decided that you would take it to the next level, and you dressed in a very sexy negligee, and you went into the spare bedroom and turned the lights off and waited.
I did, yes.
And what
happened? I waited and waited for a while, and then I got a little bit worried. I thought maybe I'd scared it off by being too keen.
Oh, okay.
And then sort of just as I'd given up hope and was starting to fall asleep, it came to me. And
what happened?
I just don't know what I can say on
Well,
TV.
you described it as like a wait.
You had sex?
Yeah, I had sex with the ghost.
With a ghost?
Yeah. Yes.
But you can't wrap your arms around a ghost.
No.
So how physically, how does the sex bit happen?
You can still feel it. Like it was it's difficult to explain.
Like a weight.
Kind of a weight, but at the same time weightless, and like a physical. There's the breath and stroking, and the energy as well. I think the energy was a lot to do with it. You feel a connection.
I'd like to welcome you to the Pastor's Chronicles. This is the Chronicles on Kasha. And as you've seen, a lot of celebrities, and I mean, it's a lot of them, who claim they have sex with spirits, with ghosts. And we know that these spirits are demonic spirits. These individuals who claim to have sex with spirits sold their soul to the devil. And when you sell your soul to the devil, it opens up portals, and especially with the occult symbols that they throw up. These occult symbols have spiritual entities or spiritual meanings to it, especially triangle and the all-seeing eye, things of that nature. It's portals. They use these as portals to open up doors that demonic spirits can use their body. And this is how they are having sex with these demonic spirits. In this Chronicles, we want to touch on Kasha, dancing with the devil, the price of selling her soul. But what message is she spreading to countless young fans? She even said in an interview that she asked her fans to send her their teeth, and countless amount of fans all over the world sent this woman their teeth. I mean, this is some ridiculous stuff, and people are actually following this demonic woman. What is she promoting to countless young fans? Millions of her young impressionable fans are being introduced to overly satanic themes, partying, promiscuity, and more. Is this really what we want our kids exposed to? People, we are living in the end of time. When the Bible says,
"Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils, speaking lies in hypocrisy, having their conscience seared with a hot iron."
just like Jesus said, the end days would be just like it was in the days of Noah. So part of that is having sex with demons. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, last week, or I guess it's still this week, I was watching Naked and Afraid on TV. And if you're not familiar with the show, they put a man and a woman together with nothing, no clothes, no shelter. They have like a knife and a fire starter, and they have to survive in the wilderness for 21 days. Well, this one woman on the show this past week was talking about how she had sex with an incubus. Now, for those of you who don't know, an incubus is supposed to be a male spirit that comes and has sex with women, and then the female version is a succubus. What? Like, this sounds like crazy talk, right? Like, who's having sex with spirits? Is this even possible? Well, I sent a text message to my sister about it, and she's like, oh my gosh, is this a thing? Because so many celebrities have come out and talked, whether it's on 2020 or on late night TV comedy shows like Conan O'Brien or Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. They've talked about their experiences having sex with demons. It's like a thing now. Even BuzzFeed had an article about how you can conjure up spirits so that you can engage in sexual activity with them, which sounds nuts. But, you know, in the end days, you will have people engaging in the same type of behavior that people engaged in the days of Noah. Jesus says, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of man. Also notice that Jesus mentions Lot, and Lot was a man who lived in Sodom and Gomorrah, and God sent 2 angels to Lot's house, and the men of the city surrounded Lot's house and said, give us these men, these angels to have sex with, and they were struck with blindness, and then God destroyed the entire city. So again, people having sex or wanting to have sex with spirit beings. And so when Jesus comes back, it's going to be just like it was in the days of Noah.
Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Now the Bible teaches us that when a person dies, they die.
For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. From Ecclesiastes 9:5, King James.
For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything, neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. Also their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished, neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun.
The Bible let us know in the book of Ecclesiastes 9:5 that the living know that they will die, but the dead know nothing. And that when we die, we return to the dust of the ground for where we came, Genesis 3:19. But the occult, the rise of spiritualism, has invaded the world and the majority of the churches around the world. Due to this false teaching of immortality of the soul, many are giving heed to seducing spirits, and those who have sold their souls to the Illuminati channel these spirits. And so these spirits know how to manipulate the mind to having them thinking that they're having sexual intercourse with these spirits. But they sold their soul like this young woman, Kasha. We're going to touch on her blasphemous video from the song Die Young, which featured hundreds of upside down crosses, a church being destroyed, and a slew of occult and satanic symbols. While some write the video off as a publicity stunt or a spoof, we chronicle that through this young singer's career, she has been a major promoter of sinful rebellion against God, and the video was just her natural progression and not a stunt. With the release of her song Dancing with the Devil, Kasha further confirms The goal of a luminous artist today, allegiance to Satan in exchange for material wealth and fame. Please subscribe to the Pastor's Chronicles. Hit the subscription, hit the bell so you can get updates. And also I want to share with you my other page, because a lot of people say, Pastor, I get it. You know, I appreciate everything you're doing, but we need some teaching, some gospel teachings. So if you look here, the Pastor Scott Hinton, this is the gospel message that I'm presenting. This is my other page. You can actually, if you go back to the Pastor's Chronicles and you scroll down, first you got to hit, if you're watching like a video or something like Snoop Dogg's Satanic Gospel album, you know, you can click the Pastor's Chronicles. And then when you pick the Pastor's Chronicles, you scroll down, bam, there go Pastor Scott Hinton. Subscribe, hit the subscription there, or you can actually click on it and it'll take you to my other page, and there you will learn about the Bible. You'll have Bible studies and go deep into understanding the will of God. All right, may the Lord bless you, and share this message. And also check me out on tpchronicles.com. That's my platform, that's my website, so you can enjoy more of truths and read articles and things of that nature. All right.